Greetings, 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 my V family all over the world. This is your chief back with this Insta Live. All right. I hope you guys are doing okay wherever you are in the world. I hope you guys are rocking it. Welcome to week. This is week 46 or 47. I think it's, I don't know, Kalai must tell me. Wait, week 46. I believe we are week 46, correct? Okay. All right, so let me do my shout out to everyone. Okay, firstly, all the way from Chi Muhammad, Afi 7, Abikori, Adli Hassan, my brother, Zulu, Shaishta, how are you? Sorry I couldn't meet up in Dubai with you and Sana. Alright, Samara, Surya, Rasun, Mira, Ibrahim, Harshad, Kalai, what's up? Sachin Malik, Anantu, Shipra, how are you? The V official, Loreen, what's up? Alright, Renuka, how are you? Alright, hope the kids are doing okay. Jose, Aldrin, Patrick. Okay, Tipa, what's up? It's week 46. Thank you, Kalai. QNet official, Rita, Pitomar. Alright, Vinu Joel, what's up? Alright, Vinu in the house. Nisha, Generous, Priti, Huda, Mehdi, Hanan, Chaima, Gitish Rat, Mayor Corner from Vietnam. Vinny, I am. Alright, Brijesh, I see you. 190, Ruchir Patel, Black Swan. Oh, that's Swarna. Yes, Swarna. Good morning. Divya, Vijayar, how are you, Apu? Akil, Ali Azad, Nufal, Sarah Jafar, Sumit Kumar, Menekom, alright, Chetu Bana, Jai Wantarna, who is in Bangkok for the event, Mega, alright, Kirodi, Nidali, Veera, Emit Talayap, alright, Elenayer, okay, Samine Giri Babu, Pooja, how are you? Yuzwena, Fahad Kesi, Gavaneja, Wasim. Alright, greetings to everyone around the world. I'm sure Sati is online somewhere before he gets upset. I don't recognize him on my Instagram live. Alright. Guys, firstly, Assalamualaikum to all my Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. Privyet to all my Russian-speaking brothers and sisters around the world. Bonjour to all my French-speaking warriors around the world. Alright, salam, marhaba, okay, namaste, wanakam, namaskaram, sastrikal, alright, to everyone in India, Aibowan, and wanakam to Sri Lanka, Nepal, namaste, Pakistan, assalamualaikum, Indonesia, apa kabar, Sharfun, I see you, Indonesia, apa kabar, Malaysia, apa kabar, Ni hao ma, Sin Chow, Mekalawa, Sawadee-kap, alright, Vigets, Ola, and greetings to everyone around the world. Right, welcome to week 46. Welcome to my Instagram live, which I hope you guys find useful. Okay, I've been out the whole day, rushed back home, and this time I did not forget, so I put on my green cap for you guys. Now this week, firstly, it's been unbelievable. All right, we had a set of meetings in Dubai. I did my Insta live from Dubai Mall. All right, it was unbelievable. My whole trip to Dubai, back to Malaysia, non-stop meetings, Dato Sri Vijay, planning, meeting the chiefs, meeting everyone. Next week, I'm going to Bangkok for a few days and then come back, and then spend some time in Malaysia. And then January will be ICE very soon. Now, remember what I told you throughout my Wednesday message and my Instagram lives the past few weeks is do not lose the energy, the momentum, the mojo of November and December. Both November and December must be the most crucially important months for you guys to maintain some level of intensity. And you have to do this. The leaders have to do this. You have to make some conscious decisions. You have to put systems in place, power of association, incentive, promos. All right. Don't allow people to cross the line and go back to normality of the 99% of society where dating November and December is about slowing down. I'm the complete opposite. I've been trained by my uplines, Japa and Dato Sri Vijay, to intensify November and December, to be crazy, angry, hungry, crazy in November and December. So I'm giving you fair warning, all right? So don't come and see me in January and February and say, Chief, I'm struggling to get the momentum back. It's your fault. If you lose momentum, it is your fault. If you lose momentum, all right, you took your eye off the ball. You don't have your finger on the pulse, all right? You wanted some level of normality. To celebrate what? I don't know. The only celebration that means anything in our life is the celebration of financial freedom. Are you guys with me? This Sunday on my Instagram live, I want you guys to listen very carefully. If you're driving, stop your car. All right. If you got your headphones on, listen carefully. I was talking to so many people as usual, chatting, and I realized how networkers, even corporate, have forgotten the importance of relationships in this journey. If you ask me to rank what is the most important element of success in network marketing, what is the most important element of success in the corporate world or in life in general, it is the strength and your ability to build, maintain, strengthen relationships. A lot of people don't focus on this, and they may focus on it in the beginning, all right, to get the sign up, to get the ball rolling, but eventually they don't think it is important anymore. So let me remind everyone, brand new, been around for a long time, max out king and queen, it doesn't matter, all right? Relationship is the most important thing in life, in our journey. Now the problem is we don't understand what is the definition of a relationship. A relationship, firstly, must always start with sincerity, because the other person who you are establishing a relationship is not always a moron. They will be able to see right through you if your intent is not sincere, right? Relationship has to be built on a foundation of sincerity. You cannot fake a relationship for the sake of success in network marketing. You cannot fake a relationship for the goal of getting more BVs, for example. You cannot fake it, all right? Because people are so sensitive today that they can feel insincerity 10 miles away. They can see it coming. So firstly, this is one thing you must never fake. Relationships. I think relationships are built on the basis of honesty, truth, purity. All right? It's built on sincerity. So you have to understand that if you were a loner, there are a lot of people who say, oh, Chief, I'm not the guy who likes to maintain a lot of relationships. I'm a loner. I only have a small circle of good friends and all this drama you will hear from people. My answer to that is change. You don't have a choice. You have to learn the importance of relationship. You have to learn the importance of sincerity in building this relationship. Now, relationship has a direct impact on every element of your life. Personally, on your happiness index, all right, from being happy through the journey of life. The true happiness somebody has is very much dependent on the kind of relationships they have. All right, you know what a BFF is, a best friend forever. You know, brother, sister, parents, all these are relationships. No relationship is built on any form of automatic logic. Every relationship requires time, commitment, care. So you start first with sincerity. All right? You start first always with sincerity. So don't ask yourself, do I need this person or not? Blah, 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 blah. This is not like going to a buffet and picking what dish you want. Alright? To have a strong relationship, it is not always what you say and what you do, it's who you are. People will gravitate towards sincerity. Alright, number one. Number two, relationships is about care. You can never have a relationship with somebody if you don't care about them. So the question I have for all of you, do you care for your downlines? If you care for your downlines, then they must feel it. Care cannot be a secret. David Sharma, all the way from Ghana, I believe, David. Thank you for joining. If the other person doesn't feel the care, it doesn't matter how much you believe you care. Am I making sense? Kalai? No matter how much you think you care, no matter how much you care in your heart, quietly, care must not be a secret. Care must be shown, must be felt by the other person. Alright? So if you want to establish powerful relationships, it must start with sincerity and honesty. But then it must have care. And the care must be felt by the other person. Alright? And I'm not talking caring only for the QNet business. If you only care for the person on Friday during TAT, if you only care for the person because they are producing a lot of BVs, alright, then you're making a mistake. Care for everyone. Time is different. Alright? You cannot give the same equal of time to everyone. Obviously, the larger your organization, the more time is required from you. But that does not mean you abandon your other organization. For example, a lot of people have a power leg, One of your left or right will always grow bigger than the other side. And when that happens, alright, a lot of people tend to ignore that organization and focus on their cash out or their weaker side. Big mistake. Because when your weaker side and cash out becomes stronger, then the organization that you abandoned and ignored now becomes your cash out. Then you run like a lost little puppy trying to re-establish, relationship and start to show care all of a sudden. And people are going to call you a hypocrite. People are going to call you a moron. They're going to call you many things. So care for everyone. Express care so that everyone can feel that you are a caring upline, a caring boss, a caring, mentor. Like the relationship I have with Dato Sri is so strong, not only because he's my mentor, upline, and of course the 001 of the organization, but because for 24 years, longer than that, I've known him my whole life, he has always demonstrated care. And I feel it every time. Even now he's not in Malaysia, but he will call. Almost every day we speak. And he doesn't start with the agenda or topic. He will start by asking how I am, how's my family. Alright, he doesn't need to do that, but he does it because he's a master at understanding that care needs to be felt by other people. So this is fundamentally important. Don't care in secrecy. That is stupidity. Care openly and care for everyone. Alright, okay. The third aspect of a relationship makes no sense if you cannot speak freely to that person. Alright, and the only reason why you cannot speak freely to the other person, husband, wife, brother, sister, mother, father, all the same guys, daughter, son. The minute you lose the ability to speak freely, that means the trespass is gone. And without trespass, there can be no relationship. Dato Sri has shared this thousands of times. I've shared the trespass story. I told you how many times that you need to establish trespass and re-establish, maintain, sustain, strengthen trespass. Trespass is basically the fact that two people can sit with each other and they're comfortable enough to say anything to each other without fear of consequence. You understand? Without fear of consequence. So you must be able to speak freely. If I cannot speak freely to any individual, if I have to be guarded, careful, fear of losing that person, fear of consequence, that means there's no relationship. Do you understand? So check your relationships, all your relationships, personal and network and corporate, and ask yourself, do you still have the right to speak freely, to say what is in your heart, to express yourself without fear? Because if you're afraid to express yourself, there's no relationship, guys. Now, don't get me wrong, I struggle with this every single day. There are some relationships I struggle to be honest, but at least I recognize it and I take the effort to re-establish trespass. I take effort to tell the person how I feel. All right? I think the most important thing is for us to recognize that the relationship is no longer real and that it's fake. Then at least you can correct it or walk away. You understand? I will never stay in a relationship that's fake. I will never stay with somebody, all right, upline, downline, whatever, if I cannot speak what I feel all the time. That means trespass must be established, re-established, strengthened, all right, because trespass will always collapse. The journey of life is very complicated, guys. All right, today high trespass, tomorrow low trespass, whatever. You just keep adjusting it. But you got to recognize the fact. So you must be able to speak freely. You must be able to express anything and everything, including to your upline. Now I have my two grand uplines, Japa and Dato Sri Vijay. These are the biggest guys in the industry. All right, they are the big boys. All right, they are the grand uplines of the V. I am your upline representing them. But until today, after 24 years of being their humble downline, I can tell you this. Whenever I sit down with them, individually or together, I can always express myself freely. They create an environment, they create that zone where I'm free to speak. This is so powerful. The minute you do not create this environment, you are screwed. You cannot build an organization. You cannot build a team. All right? Because if you don't create this environment of freedom of speech, freedom of expression, then there's no difference between you and a dictator. Are you guys with me now? So if you don't want to be a dictator, you want to be a leader that inspires, then you must always have an environment where you allow people to speak. Now, then comes the big question. Sometimes people don't want to speak. All right? Then you say, no, chief, I allowed them to speak, but they don't want to say anything. All right? Moron. That's because you don't ask them to speak. I try my best whenever I sit with anyone, all right, to ask them to speak. I even ask them, what's wrong, what's right? All right? It's not easy to disagree with your uplines. Trust me, it is not. It is not easy to disagree with me as chief. You can ask the people who are in my inner circle. But if you create an environment safe enough where they do not fear consequence, then they will speak, because you need to know what's in their mind. You need to know what's in their heart. The biggest mistake a leader can make is to lead people without knowing what they feel. All right? Then it's a false leadership. It's a fake leadership. You need to know what people feel and think. Only then can you truly lead them. I was talking to somebody today about somebody in his team that is no longer speaking, no longer open to speak freely, no longer, being truthful, instead avoiding that person. And I used to go to Dato Sri and ask advice in this kind of scenario. So if you have somebody avoiding you who used to be close to you, you have somebody who no longer expresses themselves, all right, and they switch off in your presence, then you need to identify what caused it. There must have been a moment, some incident, where you hurt them. Because people, all right, I see you, Tibet and Belgium, unbelievable. People will shut down only if they are hurt. If they are happy and the environment is full of love and trespass and open communication without the emphasis on hierarchy and power play, all right, okay, then people will speak. But when they get hurt, they shut down. Even your kids, let's go back to our parenting thought process. You hammer your child, not physically, even you shout at them, scream at them, whatever. What do they do naturally? They shut down. The teenagers will go to their room, slam the door, and I say, I don't want to eat, leave me alone. All right? The little kids, okay, will sit in a corner and play with a toy. There's no difference between children and adults, how they react to this kind of relationship. And once that is left too long, the relationship becomes toxic. And when the relationship becomes toxic, it's harder to repair it. So if you shut your people down, if you suppress their freedom of expression, one day you'll still have an organization. You'll have a few hundred people standing around you who don't want to be there, who are forced to be there. I think that's the worst position to be in. Are you guys with me? All right. So if you truly want to build an organization, you must master the art of relationship. You must always create an environment where there's freedom of expression, that anyone can say anything, even if it is something against you. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. All right. They will respect you eventually. And if you are genuine in your approach, even though their expression of their opinion may be painful, it's still okay. Accept it. So what? We are not perfect. All right? And who else can see our weaknesses besides the people around us? We are incapable of seeing our own weaknesses. And if you are blessed with a team around you, a senior team, an inner circle, they would say, these are the best people to tell you where you're going wrong. And it's not easy, you're right. It's not easy. But you have to quell your ego. And as long as you believe that they're saying it out of love, they're saying it because they care about you and they care about the relationship, then you should create an environment where there's always freedom of expression. This is fundamentally important. The next point about maintaining relationships, all right, is to wear your heart on your sleeve. Many of you know me. I was always a guarded individual, very guarded. It took me a long time to even gather the strength and guts to speak about my mother on VCon stage. Today I'm comfortable thanks to Dato Sri Vijay. But it was not easy to talk about how I feel. Because we feel that leaders means be strong. You understand? Don't show weakness. Don't express yourself. Even I believe that was leadership when I was younger. All right? I'm still young. All right? But I realized it was a mistake. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to show people that you're sad. It's okay to, even as a leader, even as an upline, to show your downlines that you're human. You understand? Because then you become relatable. People connect with you. All right? And when I made the decision to talk about my mom, which was my most private thought process and emotional process, I decided to talk about her. So people would see me as a brother, not only as an upline, as a friend. Are you guys with me? All right? This is fundamentally important. So if you want to strengthen relationships, open your heart. Remove the mask. Because we all have a mask, All right? And if you really want to allow somebody into your life or them to allow you into their life, you have to remove the mask. Sometimes network marketing, you are forced to wear a mask to constantly be strong because your downlines depend on you and they have to see a strong upline and all that bullshit. No. It's okay. All right? It's okay once in a while to show who you really are, what you really feel. You'll be surprised. You will earn more respect than being a fake, solid, full mask upline. You understand? So open your heart. Let people in. All right? The more people you let in, the more they will let you in. Because a relationship is two people allowing each other into each other's life. Do you understand? That's a real relationship. When I allow you in and you allow me in, all right, and then the relationship becomes stronger, all right, And the final point that I want to share with you about the strength of relationships, it defines you. A lot of you don't know this. You do not create your own persona. You do not create your own personality. I am who I am today as your chief, as your upline, representing the great ones, Japa and Dato Sri Vijay. I am who I am today. I can give what I have today because who I am is defined by the relationships I have in my life. Whether it's my life partner, my children, my best friends, my team, all right, you know who they are. They create this Pathman. Because who you are is an accumulation of your experiences in life, your emotional state in life. What you feel is who you become. And what you feel is completely dependent on the relationships you have. If you have 10 friends and 9 of them are toxic, it will create a toxic version of you. But if you have 9 friends who are all loving, positive, empty cup, open heart warriors, then that's who you become. So if you look at my relationship with Japa and Dato Sri Vijay, they created me. My relationship with them made me into who I am today. Made me into the man I am today. All right? And you need to understand that. So I tell people, our parents, when we were younger, they always warned us who we hang around with. Remember? Don't join that boys, they are bad. Join these boys, they are good. Because whoever you have relationships with, that is what creates you. I hope I'm making sense. You are the people you hang around with, in a nutshell. So the stronger your relationships, the more sincere your relationships, the more the relationship is built on love, trespass, care, all right, then you become somebody filled with love, filled with care, all right, and that molds you into the leader you are today in QNet or in the corporate world. That's what I believe. So I'm grateful. And not all relationships are the same. I have a relationship with all of you guys on my Instagram, all right, but I still have a relationship with you, all right, and my relationship with you is based on me giving you time every Sunday, all right, or me putting up post about my journey throughout this amazing business QNet, all right, and that is one level of relationship. Now I have far stronger relationships with many people today here, like Kalai, like Adli, like Vicky, like Vijayar, like Vinu, like Zul. These are people I spend a lot of time with. Arun, Sati, David Sharma, Dave Joel, everyone, okay? And some of these relationships are stronger. And not because I chose them or I like them more than other people. No. It's they open their heart, I open my heart. We establish trespass, we re-establish trespass. We both love each other. All right? They care for me, I care for them. And time makes every relationship stronger or worse. Okay? It doesn't mean that every relationship gets better with time. If you don't practice the rules Dato Sri taught us of leaving emotions at the door, all right? Confront before it leads to conflict. Speak, express, not suppress. So today, do an audit of your relationships. Ask yourself, all right, about the relationships you have. Review them, all right? Re-establish trespass. Re-express your love and care. Do whatever it takes. It's really important. And coming back to my message earlier, if you are chasing success, if you're chasing financial freedom, if this business means everything to you and your family, then I would tell you that the number one requirement of success in network marketing, the number one requirement to be a max out king or queen is the art of building, sustaining, and strengthening relationships. You are, all right, you are as strong as the relationships you have built. I firmly believe in this. All right. So if you are struggling to earn checks, if you are struggling to find happiness, if you are struggling to find your mojo, your power, that means your relationships are weak. Strengthen the relationships and you will be stronger every single day. I promise you that. So I love you guys. I'll see a lot of you in Bangkok. I'll see the rest of you on my Wednesday message, my Instagram, live on Sundays, and then VCon next year in March, VCon in September next year. Hopefully we have more events throughout the year, and I'll see most of the leaders of Japa in Dato Sri at ICE in early January. But let me reaffirm a message to you again. November and December are the two most important months of your journey to max out. And this week, focus on relationships. And remember, start practicing closing on Wednesday and closing on Friday. All right? I love you guys so much. Thank you for being part of my journey. Thank you for contributing to who I am today. Thank you, and I love you guys.